Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we had the chance to talk with an Eastern Kentucky mayor who recently resigned. And Estill County gave the opportunity to its community to expunge certain records from their criminal history.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on Tuesday, February 27th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Anticipating now a very active Tuesday. And as we head through this afternoon into tomorrow, the wind will become a problem on top of the opportunity for some heavy downpours. A look at the pinpoint Doppler radar in just a moment. But the wind advisory did get hoisted over the last hour for all of eastern and southern Kentucky. This kicks off at 4 o'clock this afternoon, lasts until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. And now let's address the potential for the heavy downpours along with the milder air. A lot of us in the 60s this morning, minus the 52-degree reading in Ashland and Pikeville at 57 or in the 50s. And the pinpoint Doppler radar not showing anything locally. We broaden the view out toward Louisville and Bowling Green. Zoom in here with a robust cluster of rain and thunderstorm action that has rapidly intensified out across western Kentucky, and we'll continue to keep an eye on this line as it heads to the east over the next 3 to 4 hours. Here's your 12-hour planner as we head through the day today. Again, the shower and thunder shower action this morning. Heavy downpours a certainty. Otherwise, we look for some breaks of sunshine with an afternoon high close to 70. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. Hazard police made a drug arrest yesterday after executing a search warrant on Glomar Storm King Road. As you can see, officers found 13 baggies of suspected meth, $3,147 in cash, meth pipes, baggies, scales, and phones. Officers also found several firearms during the search. Michael Lewis was arrested and faces several charges, including drug trafficking, possession of a gun by a convicted felon, and terroristic threatening. Investigators are still working to determine the cause of 3 fires that broke out over the weekend in Clay County. The Manchester Fire Department says the fires seriously damaged 3 homes, sharing these pictures on Facebook from the different scenes. The first blaze ignited late Saturday morning. The other 2 fires happened Sunday. Firefighters did not give us exact locations for each fire, but did say no one was injured. A new bill filed in the legislature would add exceptions for rape and incest to Kentucky's abortion ban. Republican Representative Ken Fleming of Louisville filed the House Bill 711 Monday. Right now, Kentucky's law only allows abortions if necessary to save a mother's life or prevent disabling injuries. The new bill would add exceptions for rape and incest if the abortion can be performed no later than 6 weeks. It would allow abortions be performed to remove a dead unborn fetus, an ectopic pregnancy, or incomplete miscarriage, or in cases of lethal fetal anomaly. Hadley's law was filed in the Senate in January to also include exceptions to the state's abortion ban. Community members in Estill County had the opportunity to get a clean slate and get back on their feet. The Department of Public Advocacy Public Defender's Office hosted a criminal record expungement and job fair clinic at the Estill County Public Library. People with Class D felonies and misdemeanors had the chance to get those removed from their record, as well as give them opportunities for finding employment. Montana Eddington, an attorney with the Public Defender's Office, says having expungement and job fair events like the one in Irvine gives people chances they would not otherwise have.
And when they have that felony or sometimes even a misdemeanor on their record, it makes it extremely difficult for them to get employment as well as have housing opportunities in order to do better and to have more opportunities for their families. So by coming here and getting an expungement today, then that won't be on their record anymore. That won't be holding them back from getting those opportunities.
Community members who were looking to get expungement got free background checks as well as advice from attorneys. Elkhorn City's mayor recently tendered his resignation, leaving his seat behind after more than a decade in the role. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from Pike County.
There.
Mayor Mike Taylor says his frustrations came to a boiling point when Elkhorn City flooded in 2022.
People would have died.
He claims he tried to get help, but assistance never came.
It's around this way, the doctor's office, so that little parking lot was the only place out of water. How are you going to get them through? And when you think help's on the way, we're coming back up through. Nobody came.
And he says that isolation has been building up ever since, as miscommunications continue to soil the city, leading to its current financial fiasco, which the council is working to correct.
Lord help us. We've got, there's a mess.
Taylor says he accepts responsibility for not taking a more active role in the city's finances by helping the previous city clerk.
You know, I should have stayed with her a lot more. I did a lot, but should have stayed with her a lot more than did.
He says it was not this situation alone, but the pressure of the public and lack of assistance that has taken its toll throughout his 13-year run as mayor, leading to his resignation last week.
And you know what? Look at me. Pounds are lost. Look at my face. Look like an old man. Have you caught? I go in a restaurant, my kids, and I sit there and cry. I sit down and cry, stand there, tears start coming out to what they did to me.
And while the council works to figure out the finances, Taylor says he will assist as much as possible until his last day on April 1st.
But I want people to know I'll still be there for them. I can't let them keep cutting me down and hurt my daughters. I will not do that. They've hurt them enough.
Saying the council did not force his hand, but one of its members will step up in the interim.
We appoint one city council. That's the risk with it. But I will never do it again. I will help people in this town.
Until the next election when the city's voters can name a new mayor. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Taylor says he expects the mayor's seat will be up for grabs in the November election. The next city council meeting is scheduled for March 12th. Spring is just around the corner, and along with those warmer temperatures and plants blooming, also means seasonal allergies for some. Dr. Molly O'Rourke with Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky says there are several over-the-counter allergy medicines that are great for this time of year. But she encourages folks to take them consistently. And if you don't think the medication is working, she says you might need to change it up.
Certain people, Claritin doesn't work for them, or Zyrtec or whatever. If it's not working, maybe we need to trial a different type of medication to see if that's helpful. Sometimes it's not, or you need to switch back and forth, because some people actually can get a tolerance to one medicine and you have to switch. But the good thing is you can switch back to it later on.
O'Rourke says it is common for seasonal allergies to spike on windy days, as it is likely pollen will be moving around. And thanks for getting your days started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, we'll take a look at which car companies passed their safety test and left home with multiple awards.
And the pinpoint Doppler radar, quiet right now, but it's become quite active as we look out to the west. How will this have a bearing as we head through your morning? We'll let you know. First Alert 7-day forecast is coming up right after this.